Around the world, whether you're conducting business, improving lives, or doing both at once, you need to know that the funds you send across borders will get there, on time and in the full amount. That's global payments with Intl FCStone. 140 currencies, 175 countries, cross-border payments that are fast, efficient and transparent. Hello, I'm Lucilla Rushforth with Intl FCStone, Frankfurt. Today we're going to learn how our global payments team helps banks, businesses and NGOs make payments everywhere they do business. To keep it interesting, we're going to let our clients tell the story, along with our team members. You may even recognize a familiar face among them. Can you guess whose?
The global payments business started in the 1980s, and the fund managers were aware of value being lost when dollars were sent from the United States to African countries. So they looked for a model to improve the value for their clients. And today we are delivering this service for a wide range of not just philanthropic, but aid and development and corporate and banking sector clients as well.
We had the need to sign on new counterparties, new relationships that are going to help us drive the volumes of that generate non-funded income, and this comes from currency trading. And that's when we approached them in 2013 and established the relationship till now.
We help because we really focus on making the payment in local currency, which allows us to pay the exact amount of local currency to the beneficiary. So if somebody invoices or needs to receive a specific amount of currency, we exactly deliver that amount. We don't deduct a fee, there is no commission charged or anything else. So if a client wants to receive 3,000 Malaysian ringgit in Malaysia, he will get 3,000 Malaysian ringgit in Malaysia at the date and time we agreed upon.
We have offices in London, New York and Singapore, and we have newly opened an office here in Frankfurt, which means that we are able to answer clients' needs and provide them with exchange rates 24/5.
Basically, they cover us on all the payments that we as Deutsche Bank do not cover on our own.
So every day actually, we're helping our customers with routine matters and whatever is a special need they might have.
Working with Intl FCStone is really a smooth process for us. My team can go in, initiate transfers, they can request quotes to see what kind of rate we're going to get, and we know that the money is going to get there in 72 hours tops, and we don't have to do anything. So it's a really seamless process for us.
The rates that you offer in most parts of Africa, where most of our operations are, you have a much better rate than the local banks. So that's one of the major reasons for transferring.
I think where we really separate ourselves from other payments providers is that we have a group of people, about 15 globally, who do nothing else to travel as well to the countries where we make the payments to, right? So we don't only have payments in the countries where the payment originates, we send people to the receiving country, right? So we have people traveling in Africa and Latin America and Asia to go all the countries and actually visit some of the beneficiaries. So if you make a payment for a church, for example, who is based in the United States and the money goes to their project in Brazil, somebody in Brazil will visit them and will make sure that they receive the payment on time. Not a trip for every payment, but we will visit them on a regular scheduled basis in the country as well. I think very few people do that.
At Intl FCStone, we focus on putting people and resources on the ground locally. That allows us to build relationships and trust with our customers and partners. On our latest trip, we visit some of our network partners in East Africa. Tag along, won't you?
This year alone, we have had more than 3 different teams come to visit us.
They understand the market better because of the engagements that they have had with the various players. INTL takes off time every year to visit their counterparties in the market and ask about the developments in the market, try and identify where the challenges are and fix them. Basically, make the relationships with the various partners deeper by understanding the business of each institution.
They put emphasis on face-to-face meetings, which for me builds a mutual relationship. They understand my strategy, I understand their strategy, and walk in the same direction.
They nurture the relationship, they train you, they give insight. It's a give and take.
Bank of Africa has been a correspondent in Intl FCStone global network for the last 25 years now, and we look forward to continue in that partnership.
As you can see, we strive to make sure that our relationships are what set Intl FCStone apart. It's true here in Frankfurt, in Kampala, Uganda, and in Sao Paulo, Brazil, where we've launched a brand new FX capability to serve our customers there. Take a look.
Today's event is about the opening of our Brazilian FX bank, which we celebrate today here in Sao Paulo. We have been in Brazil for a much longer period of time, but we acted in Brazil as a broker-dealer, and today we have the opportunity to move this broker-dealer license into a banking license for the purpose of making payments in Brazil. And so we have this little celebration here today.
The bank that we've established here in Brazil is an FX bank. Essentially what it does is settle FX products, whether that be futures or spot settlements. On the global payments side, we have a lot of demand for cross-border settlement for multinational corporations that need to settle with suppliers or settle bills or pay for office expenses here in Brazil.
There is a big business in Brazil. There are a lot of competitors. It's not an easy place to be. So in order to bring a newcomer like us, we have to come with good services, we have to come with innovation, and you have to come with competitive prices.
Of course, promising service around the world is one thing. Delivering on that promise is quite another. So how are we doing? Cue the effusive praise, please.
Actually, we looked into some of your competitors, but at the end of the day, the service level appears to be higher and more flexible and more efficient with INTL.
You are helping us very much to bring us a market infrastructure, to bring solutions to our clients, and to be part of the engine of our payments for distribution globally. So we are really very thankful for the extremely good cooperation we have with your company.
We're using the platform, so we're using the technology, but also the people behind it. They service us in a complete way, and that's why we feel comfortable where we are.
This business, it is a service-oriented type of business. You can only win business through guaranteed services.
Efficiency, transparency, service and trust, all from one partner. Global payments at Intl FCStone. I'm Lucilla Rushforth, thanks for watching. To discuss your global payments needs, contact us today.